What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Ricky D back again with the Think and Reflect podcast show. Where we like to keep you informed, entertained, thinking critically about the world around us. Again, it's your boy Ricky D, your host. Of course, I usually got the show packed with all type of little things, but I'm changing the concept a little bit because I'm branching off, trying to do something, like I usually have like a little segment where I incorporate the sports world. But if you're on Instagram, make sure you follow Sports C216 podcast. Got something coming for you so we can really get into them sports. But right now, we living on them life topics, and today's topic is when to make that shift in life. You know, thought provoking. And you can join the discussion by texting 440-999-9585. Of course, again, we're going to be breaking down when to make that shift in life on today's show. We're going to start the show off again with I got a new set little outline, but I'm going to make sure I get this quote of the day. I can't start my show without the quote of the day. Excuse me. Yeah, but quote of the day, man, come from a very important person in the Asiatic culture. I like to call so-called blacks and all of that. But the boy Marcus Garvey, with confidence, you have won before you started. So you got to believe in yourself first, okay? Make sure you believe in yourself before you get started because you might doubt yourself along the way. You get it? So just believe in yourself. This coming from your boy. I done been through hell and back again and then another time, but I'm still here believing in myself. That's why I'm here. You see me right now. If you see me, you see me. Hey, y'all already know, man. If you know me, you know me. Get my little board over here, y'all. You already know. But yeah, man, Marcus Garvey, man, with confidence, you have won before you get started. That's deep. That's real deep. You've won before you've even started. Gonna be in my hat. Man, the hat and the mic, they is like, I think they like each other. That's why the last show I did, I ain't even wear a hat. I wanted to see, how my movements might be. But as soon as I look down at something, my hat be in the way or the mic be in the way. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, I'm lightweight. I lightweight didn't get prepared as I should have for today, but I wonder where my other string. Not today, Abby. Abby be blowing me up. She got this phone service. I ain't gonna say who it is. It sounds like a great package. So I'm gonna let Abby know, like, if she really wanna make a jump, she can maybe get a sponsorship, a partnership, or something with the show, and I make sure my audience is able to know what you offer. Okay, Abby, if you're listening, I told her you better follow the Think and Reflect podcast show. Like and subscribe on YouTube at TNRTV 1021 so you can be tuning in live because I'm live right now. You can hear them listen to me later on SPREAKER by iHeartRadio. I usually have audio versions every Thursday at 2. I've been considering changing the date. And something else I gotta learn and practice because I'm so engaged in the video, I be forgetting I'm doing audio. Even though it's audio from the beginning, but I talk as if I'm only on video. So when I listen to the audio, I might have some little pauses or whatever going because I'm trying to do other things. But y'all know I like to do the holiday of the day. My new outline actually got holiday of the day before the intro. And if you make intro music, DM me at TNRP show. I need some some intro music, like some sound effects for a holiday of the day. I need 1 second. I need some like breaking news. I could do it, but I would appreciate it. I would give you your credit. Just a small sample. I don't need nothing major. Um, weekly highlights. That's part of my new concept. I might not do that today. It's a few things going on, but I got the of course we got the topic, think and reflect segment. I included a new I ain't gonna say Jack, but I call it the idiot of the week, not the donkey. If you know, you know. So shout out to the man, the guy Charlemagne. And of course, we're going to continue to do You Better Know That, the trivia segment where we find out fun facts about things going on in life. And, I want to try to open up, that's why I need you all to like follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube so we can get the live interactions going on. I'm also considering, like, I might be on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I could be on any one of them live. I'm always gonna be live on YouTube though. So if you like to interact and everything, like, I suggest you follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment. But yeah, we looking for sponsorships. We looking for partnerships. So if you're really like considering getting your brand out there, because as you can see, everything is presented by Deshaun's Marketing. We offer different advertising opportunities across various platforms. Most streaming sites, though, your favorite streaming platforms, videos. I don't want to put no names out there, but we could talk. Make sure you send a DM to Deshaun's Mark. That's DESHAUNSMRK _ on Instagram. I'm redoing the website, so you gotta give me a second with that. But yeah, the Think and Reflect podcast is right now, and today we talking about when to shift in life, when to make that shift in life, rather. But before we move on, I like to start off. Did you know that today I picked it's a few holidays today, but I picked this one holiday based off of because I was raised by some Italians, younger. Um my mother dated an Italian. My guy, rest in peace, Johnny. I used to have fun with Johnny. They from the hood. I'm from Cleveland, the Collinwood area. So yeah, Johnny the Espositos, but it's National Ravioli Day. They ain't really Jean, rest in peace, Jean. That was the mother. I used to be in the kitchen with her all the time, but who we all like the Chef Boyardee, the ravioli in the can when we was little. We all. If you was born before 2000, I think even the 2000 kids probably didn't have some raviolis because their parents are the 90s, 80s, and you know the 80s and 70s and 60s parents. Like, so the ravioli thing was like the quick snack, but this is what they got for ravioli. Pasta, ravioli is pasta pillows. They call them pillows filled with watering surprises. Like you could get the beef, you get the chicken, the turkey, cheese ravioli. It's a Pacific style, like how they got spaghetti, then they got rotoni. Like it's all noodles, but it's made differently, so it gives you a different texture, which makes it taste kind of different. But Italian food is really like one of my favorite foods because it's one of my first foods that I actually remember eating because I was raised by the Espositos. Well, I was raised by my family, but I spent some time with the Espositos for a few years. I used to ride on the Harleys. You know what I'm saying? It used to be fun. We used to go to the race car track. Like if you from my neighborhood, and like if you grew up around Saranac, it in Aspinwall, it used to be a lot going on. Like it was always something to do. Like they made it. They had it to where the kids like. Oh, it was always something for us to do. Put it like that. Nowadays, it don't be as much. Like even not to get too far off track. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna just try to include. Let me write that down. I'm gonna try to incorporate that into the topic. But yeah, ravioli. Every bite of Italian class. Oh, they consider it a classic too. It must be one of the first dishes they made. But courtesy of days of the year, that's the site I'm on to get the ravioli. You say, "Oh la la, get your eggs and flour ready and put that favorite Italian music on the record player because it's National Ravioli Day." They got a whole pitch, y'all. I know I keep scratching my nose, but it's dry or something. Wow, man, it's better to be dry than wet. But anyhow, while many people probably have a certain idea of what ravioli is like, it can actually be any type of filled pasta that is filled and then sealed up. So whether a person has a penchant for tortellini, the humble ravioli, or the not so common angelati, they are all types of ravioli and deserve to be celebrated. National Ravioli Day is the perfect day to enjoy and appreciate not only the classic dish that ravioli is, but also other tasty kinds of pasta, sauces, and even the country of Italy, ravioli's native land. How to celebrate National Ravioli Day? Rather, people are new to this delectable dish or have been delighted to enjoy it for a lifetime. Ravioli is a food worth celebrating each and every year. Consider these ways to give a nod to this delicious meal. Stop into an Italian restaurant, such and such, grab a few, co-workers, and y'all go grab some ravioli. If you can afford it, take a trip to Italy. They going all out. It's like they say, of course, a trip to Italy wouldn't necessarily need to coordinate with this day exactly, but any day spent eating pasta in Italy is certainly a day to celebrate. Yeah, I'm gonna make it over there. Like I don't know if I'm gonna take the boat or the plane, but I gotta get to Italy, man, to see what it's like. Cause if you really know the history of Spain, anyway, like if you know, you know. MOOR. Okay, but if you want to make it at home, it's not that hard. Then they got different beef and spinach, sausage and Romano cheese, asparagus with mushrooms, beetroot, and cashew. I never tried brown butter with lobster. I don't eat seafood. And my doctor, just speaking of, because my doctor, I got to change my diet anyway. So, man, if I eat the ravioli, I got to kind of mess with the asparagus, with the mushrooms, or maybe the beetroot and cashews. Like it got to be something. Oh, you can make the dessert ravioli too. Chocolate with cream cheese, ricotta chip, chocolate chip. That might be nasty. Carrot cake filling with spices. That might be good right there. Nutella with cream cheese, cherry with almond extract. These are just a few of the many ideas that make ravioli a favorite dish, especially because it can so easily be customized to personal tastes and preferences. Use the ideas above for inspiration or feel free to get even more creative by mixing ingredients and flavors. Oh, somebody got a world record. And set in 2013 in St. Petersburg, Russia, the longest ravioli in the world was recorded to be 96 feet and 1 inch long. Although only 6 centimeters wide, it was made with a chicken and onion filling. That might be all right. This delicious stuffed pasta can be traced back to its first recorded mention in the 1300s by a merchant from Venice, Francisco de Marco. By the 16th century, ravioli has made its way to Rome, where it is mentioned as being made by Bartolomeo Sceppi, who served them to a gathering of cardinals from the Catholic Church. Bart Omatum is spelled Bartolomer. Scappi, Scappi. Okay, that's that. In the 16th century is when they started to make it with tomato sauce. It then continues on its journey through other mentions and in cookbooks when the dish was first prepared for the upper class. Eventually, it trickled down to those humbler means and became a national favorite. So it's some more to it though, but yeah, it's National Ravioli Day. Hey, I got that was tongue twisting right there. But since we on the topic of ravioli in Italy, make sure you go grab some of this Bavaria's clothing collection. The pieces you might see on me, they're limited edition. The only way that I might make is if a person want a specific order, which costs a little more if it's just individually. But if it's a demand for certain pieces, I'll try to put them in. But otherwise, you can visit the website at BavariansClothingCollection.com where you can find different pieces and accessories. We also have a selection of shoes with a partner where I design the shoes. They give me a bunch of templates and I'm design them, make them look luxurious. But yeah, I call them Bavaria's Italy because the shoes are handmade in Italy. So yeah, if you looking to get fly, if you trying to be brave, because to rule the kingdom you must tame the jungle. Bavaria's a consistent show of dash and spirit bravery. In news, we got I just read some information about Europe. Europe, the land tariffs on U.S. goods, including whiskey. They just had to make sure you knew it was on whiskey. But the European Union is the land of retaliatory tariffs if it announced after the United States imposed a 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports earlier this month. The countermeasures The countermeasures, which include higher tariffs on American whiskey, were set to take effect starting April 1st and follow a phased approach. Instead, they will take effect all at once in mid April, pending the negotiations announced on Thursday. In addition to whiskey, the first phase called for 50% tariffs on motorboats and motorcycles from the U.S. The second phase, which was set to take effect on April 13th, includes tariffs on beer, poultry, beef, and various produce such as soybeans, tomatoes, and raspberries. Now, both phases, which cover an estimated 26 billion, 28 billion in American dollars worth of American goods exports, will take effect on April 13th. This story is developing. CNN News. Also, I seen some stuff where Donald Trump he also about to do an executive order like to dismantle the board of education. I think the board of education, but it's gonna take some Democrats to vote on it because he need like 60 votes or something to make it go through. But yeah, Trump. That's some, and of course, I don't really get into the sports because be trying, like I say, go follow Sports C216 podcast on Instagram. That's where we gonna be. We gonna get into these sports. I got some on my sleeve for y'all, but right here we really just gonna be sticking to the topic of the week. You know, a little, like I said, a little quote of the day, holiday of the day, maybe some breaking news, but mainly we're going to just stick to the topic, when to make that shift in life, which is the topic for the week. And speaking on that, you know, we might as well get ready because going to jump into this topic because I'm going to make this a quick, like, shorter show because that shift, man, you should know that shift. Like, the shift shouldn't be hard to find. It should be like, oh, it's about that time in life. You get it? Like, we making a shift right now just to make that decision. But yeah, this is the Think and Reflect segment with your boy Ricky D. Start having this gonna be my seg. This gonna be when I start having a guest on this segment, like about the line of the guest. So if I disappear for a couple of weeks, that's what's going on. I'm just getting some things in order. I just felt like y'all missed me last week, so I had to step up and let y'all know what's really going on. So you don't think I just left y'all in the dust or somewhere. I just, you know, I want y'all to know what's going on. Keep you updated. But again, today's topic is when to make that shift. I know that I made a few shifts in my life because growing up, you know, like I say, I grew up in the Collinwood area, which is a urban community in the Cleveland, Ohio area. It used to be a lot of Italians around there. That's how, like I say, I was raised by the Espositos. We even had neighborhoods that had the flag colors painted on the streets, which is the our people. We be what's the word I'm looking for, man? But we be migrating. Like we be it get before you know it, it'll be a bunch of hey, but yeah, man, when to make that shift. And it's important in life because sometimes a lot of us get comfortable with our situations and we're not aware mentally because we're so distracted by like things that's going on in life, the things that go on around you, and like I learned like over time is like you could get addicted. Like I think just as humans, I think we all just have like addictive behaviors, and them addictive behaviors can get us caught up in like paths that we really, or I feel that isn't really destined. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we, like sometimes I feel like I was I was born. My mental was not made for where I was born, or maybe I could have been put there to help. Like, cause you know how the saying go, you change one. If you save one person, you did your job. But I had to go through so much. Like I've been getting in trouble since juvenile. Like just trying to find myself because it wasn't really like positive males around me. I love every male member of my family, friends and things, but it was very seldom it was somebody saying, you could go left over here, but you might be better off going right. That's what I kind of did to my little brothers. I told them, I said, you could go this route, but it might be better over there. And I guess they took the better over there route. Because they got their lives. They ain't been going. They ain't went through what I went through. I'm the oldest too, so I was what you would call what the sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying? Like it was messed up that they had to learn from my failures instead of my achievements. But my achievements, I think, sometimes keep them motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like because look at bruh, he done been through hell and back, and he just keep on putting in some type of work to make a difference in life. But just growing up in the neighborhood, you influenced by things that, because you see more of the street life in the urban community than you actually see the people putting that work in behind the scenes that's going to, you know what I'm saying, getting them good grades. And because I don't want to like boast myself, but I think I was very intelligent, like book smart wise. I was athletic. So when I was having them them teen years when I was experimenting with life, trying to find myself, like I say, it wasn't nobody really telling me that was personally close to me anyhow, because I had males, at the school, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be doing that, like. And one of the people that stayed on me was Ginn from Glenville. His son Teddy Ginn Jr. played in the NFL, but Ginn would he would talk to me in the hallways. Like I guess he seen that I had more in me, and I just didn't see it in myself. Even my coach Slap, I guess his way of doing it was like, if you really wanted, you would get away from this. So, like the basketball team, the track team, he would kick me off the team based off of the people he knew I was hanging with. I never knew how he knew exactly who I was hanging with, because there's always a little snitch somewhere. But, but yeah. Anyhow, as I got older, they held me back. Slap still gave me another chance, like, because we used to have, like, gym leaders, and he made sure he made me a gym leader. Like, he was giving me opportunities to correct, you know what I'm saying? But I guess he just didn't know how to present it based off of my way of understanding. So it took me to go through a little bit, and then finally I got into some more trouble. They kicked me out of Patrick Henry, and then they found out I was staying on it. So that was kind of a blessing, but I went to another junior high, and it was really the kids from the neighborhood that I used to always see at the playground. But like, man, they don't go to school. Where they go, but they was going to Spellacy or whatever. And then I wound up going to Spellacy for a little while. So Spellacy, I guess they was like, man, we gonna go on and push you on through, because I was bull crapping at Spellacy too, for real. So then finally that summer I go out for the high school football team, because I'm thinking like, man, you kind of you can how to do this. You know how to, you could go get straight A's, because when I did used to play the sports, like before it really got into the season, you gotta have your grades for the week. And I would get the grades, you know what I'm saying, when it was time for the grades. And the teachers used to always be like, man, why you don't always do this? So I'm like, man, because, school is really boring to me. I just like sports. But, with the concept of school, you got to have decent, your grades got to be a certain grade point average to be able to play. But after understanding that, like taking the time to step back, me and my homies, we starting to, hang out in the streets a little more. And I'm like, you know what, man, I'm intelligent. I'm athletic. I'm about to just grab me a little job because my little sister father, rest in peace, Mr. Davis Lawrence, he kind of stepped in, you know what I'm saying? And that was like the first one, but his approach was kind of like, a little. I guess he was being tough because I was 15 years old, so he probably felt like he at that age where he probably felt like he could try me, and I know they'll try you, but that's kind of, I think he helped me more than I really realized, because he gave me an example of a hard working person. Like, he showed me that you got to put the work in. Like, that's anything you do, but hopefully it's something positive and constructive. And and I kind of picked it up a little bit, and I think he helped my little brothers no more than they think too. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this job. I'm gonna go play some sports. I done told y'all this story before, but the same day, this was one of my shifts. I was making a shift in life at 14, 15. Like, I was realizing this is not the world that I want to go live in. So understand, like, by learning. So the only way to make a shift though is to learn yourself, like start knowing yourself. But as I got to learning myself, I'm like, okay, damn. You don't this cool, but you might get further in this, because I'm looking at it. I'm still thinking school, like college. Life after college. My goal was to make it to the NFL, but if I would have just got that education, I would have been happy with that, because that would have set me to be more stable. Have and college degrees don't always guarantee that you're gonna have a stable life. But I kind of knew what field. I think this is when I really started thinking media, marketing, and communication business. But I knew I had to take them steps, because most athletes, when they go to school, they get into communications. Communications is nothing but marketing and media, for real. So, that was one of the shifts. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the times that I realized it was time for me to make a shift in life. But what changed that is, I go to the neighborhood, to tell the buddies, my homies, hey, I'm the quarterback. I just got named the starting quarterback today. So y'all, y'all should start coming to the game, start checking the games out or whatever. So, man, we get into a little situation, and I'm telling them, I'm like, man, no, man, don't fall for this, man, don't fall for this. So one of the homies said they wanted to prove a point. They did what they did. But instead of me taking my ass straight home, because I'm really just starting to make that shift, I'm still like loving the hanging out part. So on my way to the house, which I should have been left and took my ass home, on the way there I get jumped. Like, hey, I don't know if they was grown. I just was trying to get away. And rest in peace to one of my cousins' kids' grandfather. That's who saved me. Shout out D Blow, if y'all know. That's who saved me. Cause them dudes was trying to take me out. They beat me bad. Like, I lost like 40 ounces of blood. Had to get like 200 something stitches. I still got a chip in my eye, over my eye, like on my skull. And what's crazy is I done been hit a couple times. I done been cracked across with a bottle, like a Patron. But I just did an MRI yesterday, and they said my brain cool. You know what I'm saying? So I must got a hard ass. That's what's wrong with it. Some of us be hard headed in the motherfucker. But yeah, that was one shift in life that I made. But before I continue, make sure y'all follow at Deshaun's Mark again on Instagram. If you're looking for ad placement, we can place your business or product service on different platforms, on radio, TV, streaming. You know, we can do that for you. If you need help getting it done, that's Deshaun's marketing communication is key. So don't forget, if you're looking for ad placement, to reach out, send a DM. The website is under new construction. I hope when it's done, y'all like what it looked like. But yeah, moving on, man. That was one point in life where I got, I made a shift. But then, as I got older, I got, I started getting in trouble because I thought my, football career was over. So I'm like, hey, forget school, because like I told y'all, I never really liked school in the first place. So then, this I got in trouble, and I'm getting in trouble now because I'm out in the streets, So as an adult, I get in trouble. Like, so when you first get in trouble, I got in trouble a few times. They sent me to a halfway house, and I used to cut hair. I still cut my own hair sometimes, but I used to cut my little brother's hair. I think I was getting good. I was young doing it too. So I'm like, you know what? That'll be a good field to get into. So I go talk to the counselor, which is a brother that was looked like me. So he tells me I'll never be able to go to school like he. So when he tell me that, this is when I really learned to start going to do my own research. So that's another good thing. You should always do research, because research will help you learn yourself more too. Because you got to study yourself. Like the prophet say, if I would tell you something, I would tell you to know thyself, and then I would tell you to study yourself some more. So anyhow, but this was one of my learning lessons, because you never lose. They say you just learn. But the guy told me, he said, man, you'll never be able to go to school. So I took it for what it was, like, man. But I wanted to go to barber college, and I never put the research in to see where I would, how I would go the process. Like, is it true what he's saying? Because I'm thinking, okay, we the same breed, whatever. He a counselor. He ain't gonna lead me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the next time I seen that man, I was on a college campus. So, but I wasted like, man, good 5-6 years of my life. But I met somebody, and they told me like, man, what? And they was like, man, you could go to school, and they helped me, with the process. So, and I went to school, but I was so engaged in that street life that I continued to still be, back and forth. So got in trouble, boom. Like, and then that was another time where I felt like, shit, okay, damn. Let me change who I hang with. But that's where the insanity concept come in at, because you be thinking you're doing something different because you think you're doing it a different way. But you're still doing something that was taking you away, and that's insane. Like, I thought, okay, I could go do it. I'm gonna sell it this way instead of that way. But it's still, what I was doing was still something that would get me taken away. So the shift, I thought I was making a shift, and I really didn't. My next shift really didn't come until I had my daughter. So then I'm like, damn, man, I can't be out here going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. And then even when I was getting in trouble going back and forth, I should have been more considerate of, I was hurting my mother. But the shift came though. I had a daughter, but sometimes it wasn't a love relationship. It was more like, dang. But I tried to make it work because I wanted to break the cycle, you know what I'm saying? And in the process of, I was kind of like, it was like small threats, not physical threats, but more like, if you don't do this, you know what I'm saying? So I felt the urgency to go back when I was trying to make a shift. I was going to trade school and everything, but that was still a shift in my life because I accomplished something positive. I was trying to get away, you know what I'm saying? In the process, I had another child with her, and that was like, and then I was, in the process of doing that, I was still finagling, and that's when the big boom came and the whole neighborhood got swallowed up, and that was the final shift. I ain't gonna call it the final shift, but that was the most recent shift because I think I'm in a shift stage right now. That's why I'm changing the concept of the podcast. Like my presentation, where I want to be in life, what I think what is important, what's not important. So it's a lot of aspects, it's a lot of things you got to take a look at to really realize you need to make that shift. Like some people, they just say F the world and don't want to be better. They just live in the die. Like we already know that's gonna happen. So why not, you know, try to achieve your best, like strive. Like I say, if you do your best, you usually get better. So why not, try to raise your frequency to, you might have to change. You might have to stop hanging with people. You might have to be by yourself. You know what I'm saying. You start meeting new people. You learn to talk differently, even though you want to be relaxed. But you got to learn how to communicate with different people because at a certain age you be so used to communicating a certain way that you think everybody understand that, but everybody don't understand your communication style. That's why I tell my children like so. I used to hit them with the poker face, but I had to break it down like poker face is not trying to fool nobody, but it's just chameleon. It's almost, you got to learn how to change. Like be dirt, like the diversity thing. But my way of saying it is knowing how to communicate with different ethnic groups, cultural groups. But you gotta study yourself to know when it's time. Like if you a person that's always trying to improve, you gonna know when it's time to make a shift because you're gonna be trying to do something and it ain't gonna be going right. But you know it's a great idea. It's even people telling you it's a great idea, but in the process of making it great, you gotta take a look at the things going on around you, so you will know like and sometimes it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You might be cool with your environment. You might be you don't want to like disrupt it, but sometimes the chaos can bring out a lot of information. You get what I'm saying? That's all I call the government. The government is just controlled chaos. That's why they're able to always say this is what needs to be done and what needs not done. We shouldn't do this and we're gonna do that because it's controlled, it's monitored, it's dated, is submitted. Like it's files kept. That's why they say when you start a business, you should keep your meeting minutes and all of that. It's just controlled chaos because everything is chaotic. It's chaotic. As soon as you walk out your door, like even inside your home, sometimes can be chaotic. But when you walk out that door, it's chaotic for sure. And and that'll wake you up to understanding when is it time to make that shift. Like man, you know what? I'm tired of this routine. Even though you create a routine because your routine usually gets you to your goal. It's like your routine is basically a plan trying to get you to that goal. But the plan don't always work. As long as you keep the same goal, you can change your routine, which is shifting. You making that shift in life. Like, okay, you know what? I've been trying this. This don't work. So I'm going to do it like that. So, hey, well, and with that, if I ain't simplified with that, maybe next time we chit chat, you can tune in, text 440-999-9585 or follow, like and subscribe on YouTube. Like the Think and Reflect podcast show on family on Facebook and most other social media sites at TNRP Show. Don't forget to engage with the hashtag Voice Your Opinion TNRP Show. I would do the you better know that, but it's like I say, I'm short on time. I really didn't prep the way I needed to, but I got some things together. But again, I'm changing the concept. Don't forget to go over, follow Sports C 216 podcast. It's the new podcast. I'm looking for a partner. I think I got one, but it's Sports Corner from the 216. We're gonna be going. We talking all sports, mainly Cleveland sports, but we gonna network. We gonna spread the word. Give our opinions because it's all about your opinion. You can't. Everybody entitled to an opinion. You get what I'm saying? But in the end, it's still facts. So. With that, we're going to, recap and wrap up the show, learn when to make that shift. Make sure you go eat you some ravioli today because it's the ravioli day. And like the boy Marcus Garvey said, with confidence, you have won before you started. So make sure to, follow TNRP Show on most social media platforms. Like and subscribe on YouTube at TNRTV 1021. So until then, just keep thinking, keep reflecting, and keep growing. And it's your boy Ricky D. About to sign out from the Think and Reflect podcast show. Make sure you like and subscribe again. TNRTV 1021. Yep. On next week's show, though, the next show, I ain't gonna say next week. We're gonna be talking about networking. A little bit about networking today. Build professional relationships because that's part of that shift. Like even if your professional network is, that will grow, you got that shift. They can reflect the podcast show where you use the hashtag